Hello and welcome to Ryan's Recipes. Now, to kick off the YouTube channel, what we're going to do today is we're going to make a nice sort of simple pasta dish, tomato based, bit of bacon, with a little bit of a twist. So let's go through what we've got. So we've got our pasta, our oregano, some Madras powder, trust me that's the secret ingredient, an onion, passata for our base, bit of oil, and the best thing you can actually buy. That is Sainsbury's basic cooking bacon. It's the best £1.15 you're going to spend. Forget buying packs of rashers. That has got a much better flavour. It's a lot cheaper. It's the way forward. Okay, so all I'm doing here is I've got my cooking bacon. I've got about half a packet out. And all I'm doing is I'm just slicing it into nice little cubes. Nice, quick, nice and simple. Now, in all honesty, I do normally cheat and use a pair of scissors. However, today they seem to have escaped me, and I don't know where they are. So, we're back to the simple chopping board and knife technique. To be fair, it's probably more accurate. Just, I cannot get away with being quite as lazy. So yeah, we're going to skip ahead, because I'm sure you really don't want to see me slicing bacon. It's like watching paint dry. Or watching a tap drip. Instead of chop it's drip. Drip. Another drip. So, we'll skip ahead briefly. Wish I had my scissors. Right, so now the bacon is all sliced and diced. All I'm going to do is just chuck it in the pan, get it out of the way. The pan's always nice, but can't have everything. Right, now for the healthy part, what I'm going to do is add a simple onion. So let's give it a quick peel and a chop. Please note I have just washed the chopping board. Good habit. Meat, wash off. Meat bad. Well, not meat bad, meat's good. Not that's... This is getting complicated very quickly. Stay on topic. Cooking show. So what I'm doing, I'm peeling down till you get to the nice shiny pink bit. Might be a bit much. That's enough. We'll stick a knife through that now then. Now, if here's a proper way to chop an onion, feel free to tell me. I might listen. I don't really know a proper way to chop an onion. I just know this seems to work. So slice it and dice it. And all its layers seem to break up and give some nice oniony chunks. Pick the shelly bit out. Same again. See what I'm slicing, I'm not quite going all the way, well, I was going to say not all the way through. I did then. Turn it around so I don't chop my fingers off. And then dum, 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 dum. Now if you get some of the extra skinny bit in there, it's not going to hurt you. It's added fibre, it's all good for you. Right, now let's really get things cooking. Now all I'm going to do is I've got my bacon bits in there. I want to start browning them off initially, so bit of oil. No healthy antioxidant oil, not sure if you can see that. Always go for a healthy sort of eating approach. Sure, half a pack of bacon goes towards that really well. So we're going to spread those out, let them brown off, add some onion and go from there. So all I've done is I've given them about a minute, given them a quick stir. See, they're starting to brown off quite nicely. So before we go too far, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the onion. Not sure how well you can see that. Chuck that in there as so. That'll then chop up. Stir it in, get the flavour in there from the start. Now, the key thing about this cooking bacon, because it's smoked, you get a real sort of deep flavour in your pasta sauce very early on. So what you want to do is brown it off. Don't want to cook it fully. Then you get all the fat in the bottom, holds all the flavour. So just let that simmer for a second. So now that's getting some nice heat in it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my passata. Now, instead of using like a sauce from a jar, I always find that any sort of tomato-based sauce is half a carton of passata is absolutely perfect. Now what that will do is that will mix in with the lovely flavour of the bacon, get a real sort of so let's recap. Let's ignore my tongue-tiedness from a second ago. And what I was saying is that the passata really infuses with the bacon. So all I've done is I've turned the heat down, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to add some oregano. Lots of oregano. And then I've got my secret ingredient. Now, what you'll learn is that Madras goes into a lot of things I cook. It's very understated as an ingredient. So we'll have plenty of Madras powder. It won't overpower. What it will do is it will give a nice sort of depth and a slight tingly warmth to the flavour. Now for tomato sauce with pasta, it actually complements very, very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir that in. And then I'm going to put the kettle on, make a cuppa, and get some pasta on the go. Happy days! Right, so I've got my pasta ready, kettle's gone for boil. So, for students out there that have made pasta before, it's nice and simple. It's basically pasta, water, heat. Very, very easy. Let's give that some heat. Now, another thing I like to do, I found a little trick is, if I add a bit of oil, it doesn't boil over quite as much. Now that's something I've learned, especially with rice, and it holds it off on the pasta a bit just as well. So, I'm not doing it for taste, I'm doing it for laziness. So it doesn't boil over half as much. So what I'm going to do is whack the lid on, let that come to the boil, and sort itself out. As you can see, the pasta sauce is bubbling away nicely. That's actually on min at the moment, so happy days. Perfect. So now after about 5-10 minutes, pasta's come to a boil. Trick of the oil worked. Max heat, not boiled over at all. So I'm just going to simply drain that off. Have a tap ready to get with the starchy water. Ooh, that's warm. Go on. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is let the steam evaporate off that for a minute, because the last thing you want in the world is soggy pasta. Just let that sit for a second. As you can see, while the pasta's sitting, the tomato sauce came up absolutely lovely. That's starting to thicken up quite nicely. Bacon in there's cooked through well, and it's got a nice sort of deep, rich flavour. So I believe it's ready to dish. Right, so here's the moment of truth for me to make an absolute mess. So let's chuck this in there. So often a trick I like to do is if I use a bigger pan, is actually mix the pasta sauce in the pan while it's still cooking. But I haven't got that luxury today. So, got to keep presentation up. The centre of that there. Oh, that looks beautiful. So we'll scoop a bit on there. Than that, a bit more sauce for good measure. Looks fantastic. Now, to personal preference, you can either add some cheese. Personally, I don't think you need it with this recipe. And there you have it. Nice, simple. That's took me, even faffing around filming and moving cameras, no longer than say 15 minutes. And there we go. Bacon Madras pasta. So, what I'm going to do now, as I said, I'm going to go and get fat and eat all of this. All the details are going to be below. Enjoy. And I'll see you next time.